Hello, Keith here with Math and Games. The game is PanzerLeader, Situation 2, Omaha Beach. We are on turn 5. The Americans go first. The Americans have indirect fire. No, they don't have they don't have indirect fire. Now we have naval fire. They can fire directly against what they can see. I have 220 naval fire points. Who do I want to fire against? Well, I want to take this one out. So 160 of those points are going to be against this target. It's going to be a 4-1 and 2. That becomes a wreck. Clone, and that becomes a wreck. And delete. So next I have over here, I started with 220. That means I used 160. So that means I have 60 points left. Now I want to be careful where I use those. And that's powerful. And I can use, but that would just be a 1-to-1. And I would have a 50% chance of, well, it's an armor. It's actually an armor too, target. And naval fire, I think, is anti-armor. Let's take a look for a second. Naval support fire. All right, it's H class. And it's presumed to be firing, so it's 1-to-1. It's a H in parentheses, but it's not always assumed to be greater than 6 hexes away. So this would be a 1-to-1 attack. I don't know if that'd be worth it. I could fire here. And then again, that'd be an H, that'd be a and H 16 and 1. So it'd be 17. I can get a 3-to-1 over there. 3-to-1 plus 1, I'm going to take it. And that's going to be a 3-to-1, and I get a 5 there. And they are dispersed. Okay, that's something. Things are looking up for the Americans, and that naval power is really, really effective. All right, so now we have more direct fire. Do I have a more direct fire? No, no more direct fire. Now we have movement. So those units are going to hit the beach. Now I can start to move inland. Things get a little bit interesting here. All right. So we're going to go 1, 2. And stop. And we're going to go right up there. And these units can move half, and then they're going to go right here. And do that. Well, the howitzer may just be wiped out very quickly, but oh, let's move everybody forward. I think this is going to be an overwhelming victory for the Americans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What we got here? Got a couple howitzers. We got that machine gun unit. I'm just going to move those up to there, and I'll move one forward next to there. And I'll put the other howitzer there. Okay. And I'll have 2 of those tracks over there too. And I will I'm going to keep that one in its howitzer, so I should have 3 M3s. Yeah, I do. M16s. Yep. All right. and M3. So that M3 I'm just going to put right there. And M16 is going to be right here. Oops. All right. Okay. Okay, so I want that anti-tank gun. Okay, excellent. Now over here, I'm just going to move forward. I'm not even worrying about those mines. Here's more armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can tell, I'm taking this town first, and I'm just going to go down the line. Over here, I got what? 1, 2. I have 5 to 16. So that'll be a 1 to 3 minus 1. I'm just going to go on the town. All right. And those are armored vehicles. They are dispersed and they are vulnerable to attack. Ergo, I'm going to put some units, infantry there to defend them. With the knowledge that I can't put more than 1 because the stacking limits. What about this guy? I'm just going to keep him there for the time being. Okay, so that's the American movement phase. Yes, it is. Now the American, and I definitely don't want to do any close assaults at the moment. That will come later. Okay, so now I remove dispersals. See, without that naval gunfire, this would be a very, very different game. But that naval gunfire gives huge advantages to the Americans in this. It'd be very difficult for the Americans to lose this game. So now we're on to the German turn. Let's see what indirect fires I have set up first. Okay, so we're on turn 5 and we're hitting 03. So we're hitting right there. So that's a good choice. Gotta get the other dispersement. Well, he would have had to remain behind. And he would have become undispersed. Okay, so that was a good choice of targets. CC8, T5, S5. So there's your T5 and your S5. Their IF factors are 2. Corner this. And where's CC8? CC8 is right here. We'll check its IF factor. It's 9. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 firepower. So it's going to be a 2 to 1 plus 1. Okay, 2 to 1 plus 1. And we got a 4, so that unit's dispersed. Okay, so that's it for this turn's fire mission. Well, we got another fire mission over here. What do we got over here? All right. We got I don't see anything set up for these guys right here. Yeah, well, we got one over here that's set up. We got M8 and L9. So that's these two right here. All right. It's spotting units in J4. and they are in good condition. Target hex 3MB. So right there, so those tanks basically. I also forgot to remove the dispersed off the tanks. All right, so how much? We have M8 and L9. So that would be 11 total. So that would be 5, well, 11 split 3 ways. Round down. So each of these is going to, the 2 tanks are going to have a 1 to 3 attack. No effect. 1, 2. So, all right. So that would be the 2 tanks. Then the infantry has a 1 to 2 with the 2, and the infantry is dispersed. Let's just put these in order. And dispersed. Okay. So that's it for the indirect fire phase. Now direct fire phase, I actually have to, and I am just going to keep the same missions. I'll just move the turn ahead. Direct fire log. Oh, I can't keep the same missions, can I? Let's try this one. There you go. So I'm just going to move that to turn 6. Move this mission to turn 6. Apply and close. Okay, so now it's the German direct fire phase. Wow. There you go, howitzer. I'm gonna fire at those 2 howitzers. Let's see how I want to do this. Could be a 1-to-1. Could be a 10-to-2. Or okay, so 2 of those infantry are going against the howitzers. So that's going to be 3-to-1, no modifier. 3-to-1, 3. Just missed taking it out, but it's dispersed. And then I have the howitzer, that's going to be a 2-to-1, no modifier. And the 2-to-1 no modifier takes out one of the howitzers, which is good. Send them to destroyed screen. All right, so that did something, even though they're going to be eliminated really soon. So they fired. Any more Germans? No targets for these guys. Oh, yeah, they do. All right, so range 2, 1, 2. So that's going to be, they're going to be greater than normal range. So they're going to be 1.5, 1.5, 3 firepower. And they're going to fire against that mortar unit. It's going to be a 1-to-1, no effect. And they fired. Right click fired. Okay. How about these guys? These guys don't have a target yet because of the slope factor. All right, so that's it for the German fire phase. Now the German movement phase. So, I want to move this card up right here because the greatest resistance to the landings right now are in this sector. But I want to get these guys out of overrun possibilities. I'd like to help out over here. We'll have, do I have close assault? 6. At least 1-to-1 plus 1. Beach. all these units? Just blew the arrow. Okay, so I'll have a 1-to-1 +1. Or if I go on the block, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go forward there. And I have the question I have is, can close assault from the block? So this area right here is the area, well, might not want to do that. Yes, I don't want to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that. Matter of fact, I'm getting these guys that. Oh, but the thing is, if I move them over here, I protect them from naval gunfire, but I subject them to overrun. And that would be 22 to 16. Well, that'd be 22 to 16. So that'd be 44 to 16. That'd be 2 to 1 minus 2. That's But that naval gunfire is devastating. Oh shoot, I'm gonna lose those. The naval gunfire is just gonna hit over there. But I'd rather take my chance with the overrun than the naval gunfire. So okay. I think that's it. See, naval gunfire changes everything. It really does. Okay. I think that's it for the Germans. All I have to do now is remove the dispersals. And remove these firing markers. And that is it. So we're going to be going on to turn 6. Allied turn 6 of 15. We have plenty of time left. Germans are in trouble. The only place the Germans, well, on the left, they're in trouble. Right, they're putting up some resistance, actually. Oh, shoot. Maybe it would have been better to actually have those strong points away from the beach area. So it looks like, well, it looks like the Americans are going to take 2, 3 towns. That's a victory. I might be able to save this town over here. But the Americans have a lot of tanks over there. So what if I move these down here? I'm just going to make the Americans fight for every town, every hex. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you.